What if you were never just a body walking through space? What if in every moment you are a field of light, invisible to most, but felt by all? The ancients knew this long before the language of science, long before the eye was trained to see beyond form. They spoke of the aura, a radiant envelope of subtle energy that surrounds every being. Not just an etheric decoration, but a mirror of your inner world. Every thought, every emotion, every intention, all echo within this light. The aura is not static. It shifts. It breathes. It expands in presence and contracts in fear. In deep meditation, it glows like the moon. In anger, it flickers like fire. You may not see it with your eyes, but you've already felt it. In the comfort of someone who walks into the room and makes it feel lighter. In the unease of another who carries invisible weight. These are not just impressions. They are perceptions of the field, whispers of the aura speaking before the voice. Across traditions, from the Vedas to the Gnostic texts, from Tibetan scrolls to Egyptian walls, the aura has always been known. It is the subtle bridge between body and spirit, the garment of the soul. Some called it the light body, others the astral sheath, but all agreed, to purify the aura is to purify the being. If these words resonate with you, pause for a moment and write in the comments, "I choose to radiate light." Your affirmation supports your energy, and your like or subscription supports this channel, so that others, like you, may walk the path of awareness. To understand the aura is to understand that light is not passive. It is intelligent. It records your past and shapes your future. Your aura is a living history of your consciousness, the sum of your clarity, your pain, your devotion. It carries the residue of your actions, your speech, and your silence. It is both a receiver and a transmitter, attracting certain people, repelling others, drawing in opportunities or closing them off. Not as fate, but as frequency. You are the tuner. Your awareness is the dial. In the yogic sciences, the aura is linked with the pranamaya kosha, the energy body that underlies the physical. When breath flows in harmony, when prana is balanced, the aura becomes luminous, magnetic, and resilient. But when the mind is chaotic, when emotions are dense, the aura becomes muddy, fragmented, porous. It is then that fatigue, confusion, or even illness can take root, not just in the body, but in the field around it. You don't have to see it to feel the truth of this. You've walked away from conversations feeling drained. You've met people who seem to radiate healing just by their presence. This is aura in action. The aura is shaped not only by breath and thought, but by intention. Sincere prayer, selfless service, silent gratitude. All of these refine the light around you. But fear, deceit, addiction, they distort it, coil it inward. A darkened aura is not evil. It is simply an aura that has forgotten its source. It is light wrapped in shadow, waiting to be remembered. The path of aura purification is not one of adding something new. It is a path of uncovering, of shedding, of returning. Some masters speak of 7 layers of the aura, each vibrating at a different frequency. The outermost layers are vast, subtle like the wind, while the inner layers cling close to the skin. These layers are like petals of a flower, each holding impressions from different aspects of our being: the physical, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual. Traumas, unspoken truths, karmic threads, all can imprint on these layers. And yet, each layer can be healed, cleared, and reawakened through awareness and practice. Cleansing the aura is not about rituals alone, though sacred acts can help. It is about alignment, about remembering the truth of who you are. When you live in truth, your field becomes crystalline. When you live in love, your field becomes warm. And when you live in stillness, your field becomes deep, like a calm ocean that reflects the stars. There are ancient methods for aura cleansing: salt baths, mantra repetition, smudging with sacred herbs, visualization of light flooding the field, gazing at the rising sun, walking barefoot on the earth. But beyond methods lies presence, the deepest purifier of all. To be fully here, in this breath, in this moment, is to dissolve the dust that clings to your light. Presence sharpens perception. In presence, you begin to feel the subtle movements of your own field, how it expands in compassion, how it contracts in judgment. You begin to sense where energy leaks, where emotions cling, where thoughts disturb the harmony of your vibration. You begin to walk differently, speak differently, choose differently, because once you realize that your aura speaks before you do, you begin to treat your energy with reverence. Stillness is not emptiness. It is fullness without noise. In stillness, the aura aligns with higher frequencies, not as a forceful ascent, but as a natural unfolding. Like a flower turning toward the sun, your energy system begins to open when you stop pushing and start listening. Listening to the silence between thoughts. Listening to the breath before words. Listening to the vibration beneath form. Every human being has an aura. But not every human being realizes that their aura can be shaped. Some allow it to be shaped by the world, by media, by fear, by past wounds. Others choose to become sculptors of their own field, through conscious living, intentional speech, sacred silence. This is the deeper path, the path of energetic maturity, the path of mastery, not of power over others, but of resonance with the source. The aura is not a wall, it is a bridge. It connects you not only to your own soul, but to the souls of others. When two people with radiant auras meet, there is an unspoken recognition, a magnetic harmony that transcends words. It feels like truth. It feels like trust. And when you meet someone whose aura is turbulent, you also feel it. Not to judge, but to witness. For in the presence of your light, others may begin to remember theirs. The purity of your aura is not about perfection. It is about coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are in alignment, when what you say, feel, and do all flow from the same place, your field becomes coherent, and coherence is powerful. It heals. It attracts. It protects. It does not need to shout. It simply is. There are moments when the aura becomes luminous beyond comprehension, in deep states of meditation, in genuine acts of compassion, in spontaneous surrender. These moments are not performances. They are revelations. The light that shines through you in those moments is not new. It is the light that has always been there, unveiled. And that unveiling can happen slowly or all at once. The choice is yours. Just as the physical body is nourished by food, the aura is nourished by presence, by love, by inner clarity. When you hold resentment, the aura hardens. When you forgive, it softens. When you fear, it dims. When you trust, it shines. This is not metaphor. This is energetic law. Every vibration you emit affects your field. Every intention you set shapes your light. Your environment also affects your aura. Nature expands it. Artificial noise shrinks it. Sacred spaces strengthen it. Conflict-ridden places drain it. That is why sages withdrew to mountains and forests, not to escape the world, but to recharge the field, to reconnect with undisturbed frequencies of life. But the highest mastery is to carry that expanded field into the world, to become a walking temple, a silent lighthouse in a restless sea. There is a reason why the saints and mystics were depicted with halos. These were not just symbols. They were subtle realities, glimpsed by those with awakened perception. The aura of a realized being radiates peace, humility, clarity. It heals without touch. It teaches without words. And while such states are rare, they are not unreachable. You, too, carry that seed within. Begin with awareness. Begin with breath. Begin with honesty. Cleanse your field through intention, prayer, practice. And above all, love. Love, not as sentiment, but as vibration. Love that includes, forgives, purifies. Love that sees through the illusion of separation. In this vibration, the aura blooms. It becomes gold, silver, violet, blue. It becomes silence. It becomes light. If you feel this truth in your heart, leave a comment below. I choose to live in presence. Let that be your affirmation, your anchor. And if this message resonated with your soul, support this channel by pressing like, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who is ready to awaken their own field of light. May your aura be clear. May your presence be healing. May your path be luminous. And may the silence within you remember the light it always carried.